Hey everyone, Rachel Cruz here with the EveryDollar team. And today I'm gonna break down how to make a budget, step by step. Just so you know, it doesn't matter where you are right now with budgeting skill or knowledge. We are going to walk through it together. So go ahead and watch this all the way through. Then start plugging in your own numbers. Speaking of which, if you're wondering where to find the numbers that we're gonna dive into, that's gonna be on your online bank account or paper bank statements. All right, now, you ready? Let's go through the 5 steps. So step 1 is list your income. I want you to list out all of the money coming in this month. That includes regular paychecks and anything extra like a side hustle. And if you're married, make sure you're listing out both of your incomes. Now, add all of that up. That's how much you have to work with this month. So step 1, check. Now to step 2, list your expenses. So you just listed everything coming in this month. Now it's time to prep for everything going out this month. Here's what I want you to think about: giving, saving, spending. Here's a quick note about saving. If you don't have an emergency fund, I really want you to make that a priority because life happens, but you can be ready to stand up to it if you have an emergency fund. Okay, when it comes to all of the spending you need a plan for, you want to start with what we call the 4 walls. That's food, utilities, shelter, and transportation. This is another time when looking at your online bank account comes in handy, so you can see what you usually spend on all of this stuff. Now, after you've covered the 4 walls, list out other essentials. So think about insurance, debt, childcare, and don't forget about a miscellaneous line. This helps you prepare for any surprises that may pop up this month. And finally, the extras. And I love this part. We're talking about fun money, entertainment, restaurants, personal spending, and things like that. Okay, that's step 2. Now it's on to step 3. Subtract your expenses from your income. This number should equal 0. We call this a zero-based budget. No, this does not mean that you let your bank account reach 0. You want to leave some buffer around $100 to $300. But what it does mean is that you're giving all of your money a job to do. It's paying the bills and moving you forward on your money goals. Because you work hard for your money, and it should work hard for you. Every single dollar. But what should you do when you subtract your expenses from your income and you don't hit 0? Well, if you've got money left over, celebrate. That's awesome. You can put that towards your debt or another money goal. If you've got a negative number, don't freak out, okay? It's gonna be okay. You just need to cut back until you hit 0. Cutting back might mean taking extras out of the budget, like asking yourself, do I really need 4 TV streaming services? Probably not. Another way to cut back is finding ways to save on normal expenses, like meal planning to get that grocery budget down or shopping around with your insurance to find better rates. So guess what? Those 3 steps were all about making the budget, and the last 2 are all about sticking with it. So step 4, track your expenses all month long. This is the secret to budgeting well. Track your expenses. You can't just write down planned amounts in step 1 and 2 and hope for the best. You will overspend. You just will. But when you're tracking, you're gonna see what's left in each budget line right there in front of you. It helps you be accountable to your money, your spouse, if you're married, and to yourself. When you track your transactions, you know where your money's going all the time. It is a beautiful thing, so don't skip this. And it's time for our final step, step 5. Make a new budget before the month begins. Your budget won't change a ton month to month, but let's be honest, no 2 months are 100% the same. So I want you to make a new budget each month. You can copy over last month's budget to start and then look at your calendar and think, what month-specific expenses are coming my way? That's holidays, seasonal purchases, birthdays, and anniversaries. Here's a budgeter pro tip. Don't forget to put those special occasions in the budget. You don't want to spend a ton to celebrate, but you do need to celebrate. Those are the steps, you guys. And listen, this may feel a little clunky at first, but that's okay. It usually takes people around 3 months to get really good at budgeting. And that's okay too. Just trust me, stick with it. The benefits of budgeting are so worth it. Budgeting really puts you in control of your money. It's you telling your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. By the way, if this sounded like a lot to keep up with, then go check out our complete guide to budgeting and get our free budgeting app, EveryDollar. They'll both help you a ton when you're setting up and keeping up with your budgets.